So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. He's gone for goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He won't be happy with that one. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Neymar. And no, that was never going to make it. Nice looking ball. That's good vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Guardiola. And he cuts out the supply. And that is as far as they're going to go. Goes for a shot! There it is! There is the breakthrough! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Beckham stood his ground strongly. Well-timed, excellent interception. Dixon. Marquinhos, shifted upfield. There's a sharp little ball here. Climbs up big!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Odo. First quarter of an hour gone.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Bellingham. Big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. Chance! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. Marquinhos. That's Guardiola. And it's Rijkaard. That's good running with the ball. Neymar is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. That's a good ball. Great chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Neymar. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Keeper is right behind it.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Right card.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Haaland. Marquinhos. Right card. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Koulibaly. The referee's awarded a free kick. Beckham has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
This is the time you need that pace.
Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Right card. He is through here. Cross flood. He gets big. They've scored. They're back within reach. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Chelsea give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. In with the challenge. Now, can they get him away? And that is a little undercooked. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a cute ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Corner then. Saliba clears it away. It's an early cross. He's got tall. That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real chance! Well, that is one way to stop him. Shot a goal! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close.
Señoras y señores, les informamos que podrán escuchar la transmisión por radio del partido de hoy en vivo por la estación oficial del club.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Nicely shaped ball. Dixon. No way through. Looking for a runner. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Haaland. Neymar. Oh, that is a good ball to find. And a chance! It's there! And the lead is extended still further. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
That's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Otto is behind this one. He's gone for it! And the keeper threw out a limb. Massaro being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out indiscipline. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
He's beaten the last man. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Neymar. Neymar! Keeper's not concerned by that. Rijkaard turns back here, probably the best option. Marquinhos. De Jong does really well to win the ball there. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Strong running down that left flank. Nicely weighted ball. Haaland. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. He's had it taken off him. Koulibaly cuts it out.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Tries to play it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Done delicately. Now it's Neymar. And he's had it nicked away. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Face to face with the keeper. He's having a shot! It's in! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Convertido en el minuto 76. Número 24.
So is this the start of a comeback? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Odo. Rijkaard charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's found a way through. So much time and space here. Koulibaly did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. It's starting to look like a done deal now. He's going to be disappointed with that. That's an imaginative pass. Pass somewhat off target. Guardiola. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. That is a great pick out. And the flag has stayed down. There's shapes to shoot! He's kept it out just.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 7.
Corner number 2 then.
Entrará al campo número 10.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Guardiola. And here's Beckham. Engages and forces him off the ball. So what can they make of this? 4 added minutes on the board. Looking for the run. He's cut it out. Tries a measured ball. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 20.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Seedorf ploughing through the middle. Beckham. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct and providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
And this is Batistuta. And the finish! He scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Chelsea finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Guardiola. And it's made its way to him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now, who's going to be first to this? Neymar. And he cuts out the supply. Raul. He's had a shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
He's looking wide, looking for the run. Now it's come to nothing. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Guardiola. And it's Rijkaard. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Now it's Raul. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard. Nicely weighted ball. That's a shade optimistic. Well, there's the clearance. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Odo. Now he's got space here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get it through?
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Raul.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Guardiola. And it's Rijkaard. Can he get on the end of this? Look at the space here. Oh, such a clever touch. Neymar. Raul. That's a nicely shaped ball. And this is Park Ji-sung. And chance, surely! Oh, Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And it's Pedri. Goes for the shot! Racing over the bar.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
It's a really well-measured ball. That is good strength. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now he's off and running. Odo. It's Pedri. Odo. Looks a smashing ball. Good read, needed to be. And here's the chance to counter. Guardiola. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. That's an imaginative pass. In towards the back stick. Odo. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He has found the way through. Deep cross. He's got full. And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Gol. Número 24.
Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Chelsea are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Chelsea get the second half going. Well timed, excellent interception. Good ball, good take. A header! He's delivered all right!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Chelsea get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
This decent chance! Guardiola. And it's Guardiola. It's a searching pass. Seedorf makes the interception. And the pass is intercepted. Guardiola. And it's Mendes. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Looking here to chip it through. Nice interception, well timed. Massaro being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Raul threads one in. Real chance! He has done it! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you pick... Oh, he's been caught on it! And a chance! Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Beckham. Guardiola. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Can he finish? He's got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Convertido en el minuto
A
66.
momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And now he has two. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 6. Número 7.
Guardiola.
Número 11.
Played in with purpose.
Número 17.
Stood up well to him there. That has not gone well. Spread it left. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Now, can they get him away? Takes a shot! He scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, important interception. Now it's Griezmann. Rijkaard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Lovely feet. Rijkaard receives it in a good position here. Rijkaard is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And Batistuta! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, it was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Guardiola. Turns back here, probably the best option. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Raul. Rijkaard cuts it out.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 15, número 25, número 9. Entran número 22, número 27,
Just
número
couldn't
20.
stay down for him. Looking to play him in.
Se agregarán 5 minutos al
That's
tiempo
been intercepted.
reglamentario.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Big chance! Really well taken goal. Deep, deep into injury time. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Chelsea give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Beckham. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines.
If they're good enough to keep the ball at this stage, it should see them through.
And that will be it. Chelsea pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kalidou Koulibaly. It's easy to just focus on the physical side of his game, Peter, because he's so powerful and quick, making it basically impossible for a forward to get the better of him in a one-on-one situation. But there's more to his game. He reads the play extremely well and rarely gets caught out of position. And for me, just a complete all-round defender.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Koulibaly gets a foot in here. Now it's come to nothing. Rijkaard. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Odo. Can he get it through? And this is Raul.
Good challenge, excellent challenge.
And we have our very first corner. Chance for a shot! Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. Looking to play him in. Park Ji-sung gets into a good position. Chelsea still without a single shot on target. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the... Shoots! Goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Número 15.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Massaro, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's having a shot!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then.
Guardiola gets it away.
And he shoots!
Lacking in accuracy.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe?
Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. Knocks it into space. Played back in. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Beckham. Spread out to the left. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on...
He rises! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out to the right.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, it's come loose! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Neymar.
He's come in hard.
So, third corner of the game. That's really well cleared. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely aimed pass. No luck with that dink over the top. No, again there's no way through. And Batistuta! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the shot! It's run loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They're up to 5 corners now. Can he finish? It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, that's a key interception. Strong running down that left flank. He's got tall. Another header, but again the same outcome.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Beckham to take it as usual. Raul getting this one clear. Rijkaard clears it away.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Neymar is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Raul. That has been cut short. Oh, nicely intercepted. Beckham. And it's Guardiola. Nice looking ball. Well read, nice interception. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Looking to go deep, he gets big! He will be livid with himself.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
And that's another good win of the ball. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Seedorf. Rijkaard applies the finish! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Distributed tidily. Raul, and he's there to make the challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's Batistuta, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. It's a searching pass. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Great run on the overlap here. He's got away. Defending of the desperate variety. Raul. Now, what about a counter-attack? That is ended up in no man's land.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Nicely shaped ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Beckham. Seedorf gets it clear. And he's there to retrieve it. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
Chelsea
Are down to 10 men.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número
So,
7.
time for changes
Número
on
15.
both sides, actually.
Número
Well, Peter, I
27.
don't think there's anything
Número
tactical or
18.
injury-related here. I think it's just all about the
Número
push for a goal
17.
now.
Número 22.
Chelsea
Número
are, of
25.
course, in a position to
Número
go to the
21.
bench should the need
Se va a
arise.
realizar un cambio.
Can he get on the end of this?
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
A heavy challenge.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Mbappe.
Mbappe! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition.
Se está realizando
This
un
team
cambio.
know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Chelsea have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
And that has left him in a heap.
Threads one in. Hazard. And it's made its way to him. Chance, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising!
And they are pulling clear here.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
A case now of complete control.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Neymar. And a chance! No mistake!
Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And this is Neymar.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
It's Asa! In he goes again. He has done it! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And he's managed to get free. That's a nicely shaped ball. He has found the way through.